This is Trip. They said they needed somebody whose mic demeanor matches how the D-League get it hype inside that ice arena. For live action analysis and highlights, you need to let your host on the mic, Mr. Rankart, be the light to lead you through life between the pipes. Incite like an encyclopedia. Look inside yourself, find the fight to compete in you. Get in while you can, the numbers doubling fast. Asses in the seats and snot bubbles on the glass. Sign your name on the line for your spot and lock it up. This is hockey. We'll see who talking tough when they drop the puck. Try to keep your teeth and knock it up. Sorry about your luck. You should probably go sit down somewhere safe and get doctored up. Turn it up loud, let it knock in your truck. Or in the office, sound waves ripple through coffee cups. Come on. Log on, lock it in, and lock it up. It's DLeagueRadio.com. Let's talk it up. Log on, lock it in, and lock it up. It's DLeagueRadio.com. Let's talk it up. Lace your skates up or sit back reading the tea leaves. You are now tuned into the D-League. If you ain't bumping this in your ride, you need a DD. You are now tuned into the D-League. Leave the TV, come and see it in 3D. You are now tuned into the D-League. It's the best podcast in the biz, better believe me. You are now tuned into the D-League.
Welcome to the Buccaneers Arena. My name is Scott Van Dort. I'm joined today by JT Nutt, and we're going to be bringing you the Voodoo, or the Bandits against the Voodoo, rather. Two teams which really have a lot to play for, haven't got on the winning sheet too much. Voodoo coming at you with a 3-7-3 record, 9 points for the year. The Bandits, a bit worse for wear at 1-11-1, but I don't know about you, JT. I'm looking over at the Voodoo bench, and this may be the day for the Bandits to strike and get that second win on the season.
Yeah, you've got a couple short benches here. The Bandit, the Voodoo especially, got a couple guys that are out today, but looks like they got 8 or so. But, man, that's going to make for a long game, and it looks like we got a pretty full bench from the Bandits right now. So, yeah, that might not be an advantage in the first period. By the time you get to the second and third, tired legs, and you just hope you're going to be able to outskate them.
And so, of course, we're D-League Radio, and we're recording this game, I believe, and that'll be recorded on Facebook Live. So if, for whatever reason, you're just listening to the audio, have a look at the video as well. Get the full footage. And if you're looking at that footage today, you're going to see, the Bandits kind of swarming across their half of the ice, and the Voodoo, I mean, there's a few of them. I'm counting 8 or 9, and we'll get a full count when the puck drops. But I mean, we see that with short benches all the time. It can mean one of two things. It can mean they're going to look tired and they're going to get really ripped apart, or they just turn it on and everyone comes to play. Everyone knows they're going to get more ice time, and everyone's got that adrenaline pumping.
Well, that's too. What's nice if you get a short bench, you get off, you get on, and you get in rhythm a lot easier. You're not sitting there for 2 shifts waiting to come back on. You're going right back out there again, and it's a little bit easier to build chemistry with your line mates and all that. And I don't mind a short bench. I think 10's the ideal number because you got 2 complete lines and complete defense, but sometimes you can make 9 work too. It just poor defensemen like yourselves have to make some pretty long shifts.
And we're looking at 9, but we're also looking at Craig Fraken, the Voodoo goalie, is here. And Nick Harness, the Voodoo captain, is here. And they're probably the 2 most important players you want to have on the ice. We do have a few players missing. We're missing Tom Anderson. I believe we're missing Lee Patton. And I'm not sure if Casey Spear is out there.
I did not see number 30 out there, no. So unless he got on while we were talking, so
a few big misses there, and we'll see how that goes. We'll pick up on the Bandits' misses as well. Before we do have the puck drop, we'd like to thank our sponsors, and we'd of course like to say that we're coming at you from the Collins Community Credit Union commentary booth. Try and say that 3 times real quickly.
You did a good job. I don't think I need to try to upstage you.
No, try and say it with an Australian accent as well, and we'll have some fun. But
my Australian accent is horrible.
And so thankful to them and the Buccaneers Arena for allowing us to use this wonderful booth. And, of course, we would like to thank, the primary sponsor of D-League Radio, now in its 4th year of being our primary sponsor, and that is the Keg Stand, the home of D-League, the home of D-League Radio, located at 3530 West Town Parkway in West Des Moines. If for whatever reason you're listening to this and you haven't made it out there, please do so. You will not regret it. I mean, we can talk about the beers, we can talk about the food specials, the vibes, the bubble hockey.
Yep.
I mean, it's all there, and there are many D-League and D-League Radio events throughout the year, so keep an eye out for those, and if not, just pop down anyway during the week or on the weekend. 3530 West Town Parkway, that is the Keg Stand.
I think it's Tuesdays they do a taco special when we host there. Oh, those are so good.
They got great specials during the week, cheap too.
Yeah.
And we are going to have the puck drop here. We're looking at four players on the Voodoo bench. So that's going to be 9 skaters against 11. So not too much of a difference, but we'll see how that wears on. And as the puck drops, it immediately comes into the Voodoo zone. But Nick Harness, the captain, with poise, tries to throw it up and hit Jen Wobbin, and he cannot. Bit of a stick lift there from oh no, that's Don Papian. My apologies. But the puck is immediately going to come back into the Voodoo zone, and now it's behind the net, and we repeat. So I'll try that again. Nick Harness again with the stretch pass, but that's the stretchiest of passes you will see. That'll be an icing straight away. And so we have a break in commentary.
You know what? Let's give props to another sponsor. D-League Radio is brought to you by Red Dragon Herbs. With the cold weather upon us, ain't that no joke? It's better on a chilly day than a nice hot cup of tea. You can only loosely its finds from Red Dragon Herbs. Check them out at reddragonherbs.net. And yeah, good stuff from them.
Very much good stuff, and thank you to your support. As a bit of a face-off win by the Bandits, the captain, Tommy Hoffman, throws it on net, but that one is wide. He was looking for a redirect from Crowther in front, who still stays right in front trying to screen the goalie. And Hoffman, again, is going to bring it around. He's got some time, a good little flip pass forward, but that's going to be collected by no one. And the Voodoo are going to take it away. Dangerous pass across ice. That's Harness again, and we're going to have icing waved off. So let's see how this goes. The players are going to hustle down into the Bandits zone now for the first time today. The Voodoo will collect the puck. And that's, McFarlane there with a good shot from above the circle, and now it's behind the net, but the Bandits are going to eventually clear that out. That dangerous place near the Zamboni door, and now they're going to come, and they've got a passer coming through the center ice if they hurry, and instead they carry it to center, and the Bandits dump it in. That was Sean Curtis with the dump. Bit of sustained pressure as Tommy Hoffman comes in, tries to cut it off, and instead the Voodoo, they do not get it out. Good cut by Foreman. And it's caught in the skates. A bit of scrappy hockey here to start. We don't mind a bit of that.
Foreman with a great defensive stop on one end and it creates a chance on the other end.
And now we've got 2 Voodoo, but Hoffman really hustling today. First shift, he's bringing some energy, and he collects that puck behind the net, throws it in front. Now he's got it on the backhand, throws a save by Fraken. Kicks out with the right pad. Good save there. Good look by Hoffman. Wow. And now the Voodoo are going to go the other way, and this is with pace. I believe this is Jeremy Ernst coming up, and he's going to throw it in. Bounces off a deflected stick. He's going to collect it. And then that's going to be cut off. And guess who? Is that Tommy Hoffman again?
Tommy Hoffman
it is.
Again.
Voodoo have got it in front. Really a bouncing puck. And now Tommy Hoffman's going to collect it up. We're hearing quite a few names on repeat here. Hoffman and Harness at the other end.
Well, Hoffman was upset he hadn't been on D-League Radio yet, his video crew. So he's just, he's here for the scouts.
And here's Ernst with a shot on that, and that's a save. And I believe we have Tanner Robinson subbing in net for the Bandits. It looks like Tanner.
Yeah, that does not look like Fry Daddy, so.
That's not Fry, and I want to say it's Tanner. And a big shot, and they're saying play it, because there are no Voodoos anywhere nearby. So Tanner eventually drops it, and then it's going to be thrown out. Almost taken there by Hunter Lee, and he would have had that big shot from right in front. And instead we have the Bandits going with pace. They got a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Reynolds in front, brings it to the hashmark, throws it onto the backhand, misses, and perhaps steered aside by Craig Fraken. So that's no goal, perhaps a shot on net. And now the Bandits are going to try and get some sustained pressure going here, but we got a body-on-body play up against the boards. The Voodoo are clearing it out. Geez, people are just really clumped into that corner. You could throw a blanket over 9 skaters there.
Exactly.
And now the Voodoo are coming the other way with a bit of pace. McCombs there. Good pass across to McFarlane. McFarlane tries to feed it back to McCombs, but instead it's going to end up behind the net. And now the Bandits have time, and this is going to be Busby coming up the left wing if he can hit his teammate, but no, way too much on that pass. Reynolds couldn't quite collect it, and he's pretty quick, Reynolds, so he would have really brought that in and had a good shot on goal, I believe, but instead an icing, and we'll reset down the other end of the ice.
Yeah, the Busby just a little bit too much, but at this point that's all right. You got more skaters, so if you ice it, it's not going to wear you out nearly as much as the other team, so get a fresh go here and then try to make something happen.
Here we go, face off to the left of Robinson in the Bandit zone, and now Busby again is going to try and get out, and this time he does. And now we've got a 2-on-1.
3-on-1.
3-on-1. But good defensive play. Mike Taylor there, steer to the side, one of the Taylors, and it ends up behind the net, and eventually it's going to come all the way out. That was close to a 3-on-1, you're right.
That was.
And now instead we're going the other way, and it's the Voodoo back and forth hockey today. We don't mind a bit of that. McFarlane brings it in this time. Jargerson behind the net. Decides to skate with it, but he gets a bit too far in front of him, and it's going to be cut off. And Papian can't quite handle it. Now it's Jargerson again. And here we go, coming out. Oh, through center ice this time with some pace. Can he burn the defenseman? He brings it onto the forehand, shoots wide.
Whoa.
Comes out to the other side, and the net is off its moorings. What did we have there?
He just lost an edge and went right into the post and took out Fraken in the process. Fraken looks a little shaken up or maybe a little upset, but yeah, he'll skate it off and go right back. But yeah, just lost an edge and went in, and he had enough speed that net wasn't going to stay there for very long.
And that was really a good carry play from Jorgensen. He goes from his defensive blue line, brings it in with pace, and somehow brings it to the forehand just outside the hash marks. But then after his shot, I guess he put everything into it and then some. He trickles into the goalie and into the net. Fraken will reset. He's asking where the face-off is going to be, or perhaps just trash-talking Todd Henderson. Hard to say.
I would go with the latter there. our resident PR guru there, Todd Henderson.
The goal counter, I believe, he's at 6 for 30, and we have the Voodoo going the other way. Oh, shot on net, and that's a goal. What a shot there.
Man,
that
just
was
picked the corner.
Picked the corner. Tanner Robinson had his right post covered, and instead, Jeremy Ernst was that for the Voodoo.
That's his 8th goal of the season. He's got a good shot. I mean, he could certainly, you get the novice intermediate. He can certainly play an intermediate level. He's got the speed, and he's got a heck of a shot.
Well, the speed and the ability to cut in. He was a bit wide, and he just narrowed the angle a bit. I don't know if he faked the shot to the close side, but Tanner definitely was all over that close post, and instead, like he said, he pushes it to the far, and he sinks that goal for his 8th of the season, leading the Voodoo on goals. And now we're 1-0 Voodoo. That short bench not harming them so far with that back-and-forth hockey. Chances for both teams.
No, you want to build the lead early if you can.
And so this puck is won by the Voodoo. It's going to come out eventually, change a few hands. And here we go, Ernst again. This time he's on the right side. He tries to throw it across and perhaps deflect it from a Bandit stick. Wishful thinking, and that goes well wide. Voodoo are going to throw it towards the net again. Shot on net, wide. Saved by Robinson. That was Ernst again with a shot from the other side. First the left, then the right, then the left. And now the Bandits, good backhand clear there by the Bandits. And now it's going the other way. No icing. And Ghost loses an edge, comes into the board, and that brings him to a stop. And now Hunter Lee of the Voodoo is going to try and clear it out. Oh, he falls over and he kind of goes underneath the legs of one of his players. They're still tangled up, and now the Bandits have a chance in front of the net. There's 3 of them, and the puck bounces out to Nick Harness, the captain. Fortunately, now a 2-on-1 the other side. They're going to beat Currents for pace. Harness is going to try and feed his teammate on the right side. He does, and then the backhand. Oh, and that's steered wide. That was a good play there by Nate McCombs. He couldn't quite get it on the net. McCombs and Harness coming up against Robinson, but no shot on goal.
Chances at both ends here.
Geez, and look at this pace. Now we've got it coming the other way. It's the Bandits. Oh, good defensive stick there by Hunter Lee, and then he ties up Curtis. Now the Bandits are going to go the other way, close to a too many men, but no call, and Ghost loses possession. This is McCombs again up the left side, and he brings it in. He's got a teammate in McFarland at the hash marks, and McCombs throws it on net. Save, steered to the right side. Good save there by Robinson. Fair bit on that shot there by McCombs, and now it's going to come all the way out. It's rimmed around, out to center ice. A bit of a deflection pass there by Taylor over to Hunter Lee, his defensive partner, and now it's going to come up the right side. Slows down for the moment. Oh, but we've got a fumble by Jorgensen, and the most dangerous of passes across ice, and it's going to come eventually out of the zone. Chances galore today.
Absolutely. This is some exciting hockey right here.
And calculated hockey as well, not as many dumps. People are looking for the passes, and now McFarland is going to try and chase down Jorgensen, but Jorgensen is the first to the puck, and a good defensive play there as he clears the zone. Now Tommy Hoffman of the Bandits is going to try and get it up the right wing, and he's pestered by 2 Voodoo, and he guts it. He protects it on the backhand. He's still got it on the backhand, brings it over to the left circle, throws it towards the net, and it trickles and rolls towards Freakin'. And he steers it to the side post, and that is going to clear the zone. And now the Voodoo are coming the other way. Good stick by Jorgensen, but he's down, so there's a 2-on-1. That's Rogers. He's on the right side, far angle, teammate in front. Oh, and he perhaps stands on the puck and falls over.
Whoops.
Outside the view of the camera angle. Whoops, indeed. But Taylor's going to have a shot from the point, and he can't quite get that on net. And now we've got 2 Bandits coming the other way. Reynolds is going to beat Hunter Lee. Oh, Hunter Lee's coming back. Reynolds with the left shot, forehand. Goes for the far post, and that one goes wide. Way to be pestered there by Hunter Lee of the Voodoo. Good defensive play and a good opportunity there. Now the Voodoo are going the other way. 2-on-1 again. Shot on goal, saved, no rebound. That was Jeremy Ernst from that same place that he had the goal originally. This time, perhaps Tanner was more welcome for the challenge, and it goes straight into his chest and no rebound whatsoever. And we'll take a break.
Yeah, Ernst had a chance. Ernst had a couple opportunities. He could shoot it, and he already made a shot earlier. And if he didn't want to do that, he had a guy streaking down the slot and would have been for an easy pass and maybe a goal. But man, back and forth action. This is awesome.
This is really exciting hockey, I'll say that much. I don't know if the defensemen and perhaps they're playing with one defenseman because there's a lot of 2-on-1s, both teams. But the forwards will welcome that, and they're going to try and get on the board before both teams kind of reset at the end of the period. So now we're behind the Bandits net. Oh, and Jorgensen fans on the pass and goes helmet first into the board. One-timer by McCombs. That goes very wide, but in a very good height if it could be deflected. Now the Voodoo are going to throw it towards the net again. That's Don Papillon. And it's going to actually come all the way out, or is it going to be pested by Nate McCombs? Two players tied up, McCombs and Jorgensen. Jorgensen somehow gets it to the front for the Voodoo, and Papillon can't get on it. And now we're going to have Curtis of the Bandits skated up the right side. Nick Hannes tries to stand him up, but Curtis gets through him. And Curtis is still going. If he can get this through, he's got two players behind the play, but he cannot. And now Hannes is going to come back. Bit of a backhand clear out to the boards. Oh, another player trips over. The Voodoo are trying to get this out of the zone, and they've got a few opportunities, and eventually they do, and this time it's Hannes. We have a 3-on-2 and a delayed penalty and a pulled goalie. Shot! Goal!
Score!
We will not see a penalty as that's another goal there for the Voodoo.
Nick Hannes with a heck of a shot. Just picked that far side and or short side and just snuck it past. That was a tremendous shot.
And good hockey all around by the Voodoo. They had that goalie pulled. They were looking for some sustained pressure, and as it stands, we won't perhaps learn what that penalty was because there will be no penalty. That was a 3-on-1 at the end. Hannes had a few players to pass with. He figures perhaps I'll throw it on net and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, but you either get a save or you'll get a rebound or you'll get a goal. I mean, there's only three options. You get a save, then you're on the power play. So great idea.
And so the Voodoo with that short bench, and have they gained a player?
No, there's only 4 on the bench still, so they still got 9.
They got 9.
Yeah,
They're looking better than that, though. They're looking energetic. And the Bandits are really going to have to reset here. That's a 2-goal deficit early on in the game. 8 minutes left in the first period. And here they come. Backhand shot, save, pushed out by Craig Fraken. Now it's going to come out again. That's right in front. Puck is loose, and that's going to come out eventually. That was Nick Reynolds with that good backhand shot and punched away, and here's Reynolds again. Backhand shot, wide. He got some lift on that, and it went wide of the far post. Good shot, good idea. Fraken may have been beat, but instead that's going to eventually be corralled by the Bandits. That's Reynolds again. He's really trying to get some energy going for his line mates here. And now Busby of the Bandits is going to recollect. He's got Current, his defensive partner, to his right. He's got it at center ice. He looks up and decides whether he wants to wander or pass, and he passes it tape to tape to Nick Reynolds, who can't quite collect it. It's deflected in and then cleared out by Hunter Lee. It comes all the way down. Oh, my goodness. Whoa. And the net is off its moorings. The net is off its moorings. You want to talk us through that one, JT?
Tried to play the puck, and then it just got underneath his feet, or underneath the feet, and luckily it didn't go in. But just if that's the case, if you're a goalie, you don't know where the puck is. Just sit down and hope for the best. And, wow, that would have been real ugly. Whoa. And everyone's having some issues with the ice today.
Right, but no complacency will give Robinson that much credit. As soon as he realized it wasn't where he wanted it to be, he dives back.
Yeah.
And, dives back so much so that he knocks the net off its moorings, and we're going to have that face-off to his left. The Bandits are going to gain possession there, and they're going to gently get it out, and it's going to go all the way down to the other end. And now Reynolds is going to collect it. Another player lost their edges. That time it was Jeremy Ernst, so it's happening to players of all levels at this stage.
Yeah.
And now McCombs feeds Ernst. Ernst throws on net. Oh, 5-hole off the back post. Bounces out, covered by Robinson.
I thought that was in.
Oh, it's hard to tell from this angle, and we've got video footage, so
I'm sure the Facebook users will let us know one way or the other.
What do you think? We're divided over here. Executive producer Rich Harms, yes or no? No idea, so 50-50-50. It looked like it went 5-hole off the post and then bounced out behind Robinson and kind of sat there almost in the blue paint, and he covered it. Way to cover it and not let anyone get on that rebound.
Exactly.
But wow, good shot there by Ernst. And now it's going to be right in front again. The Bandits win the faceoff, but it went right between two of their players and sat between the hash marks for a moment. And eventually they're going to get it out. This time it's Ghost. He's coming up the left wing. He's still got possession. He tries to slow it down. He protects the puck against McCombs and then rims it around. Curtis of the Bandits is going to have it to the right side, but he coughs it up, and Ernst is going to come with pace, and you saw that coming a mile away. Bounces off the boards, keeps the pace. He's the fastest player on the ice right now. Throws it on net. Good deflection there by Jorgensen. That's off the net. Play will be blown dead. Robinson didn't have to see that shot, which looked like it had a fair bit on it, as Jorgensen blocked it and it went high into the net.
Great defensive play. You don't need to play the body. Just get your stick in front of the puck and deflect it out of the way and get a face-off. That's a tremendous play.
And to clarify, high into the net, I mean the protective net for the spectators,
exactly.
not the goal net. That's confusing.
About 15 feet off the ground.
Yeah. So a face-off again to Robinson's right. He's seeing a lot of the puck early on, and the Voodoo are applying that pressure. Shot wide there by Lee at the left point. That puck was traveling, but it was not on net, and so the Bandits are going to try and take it the other way. And they do. Ghost gets possession of the puck, feeds his teammate to his left and enters the zone. Kiana throws it forward, but that one is very wide. So Curtis is going to get it on the other side. He backhands it across to his teammate in the circle, throws it towards the front of the net. Ghost is there, and he's going to have to chase that puck as that goes very wide. It just gets away from it at the end. He tries to feed it in front instead. Hunter Lee clears it out, but it goes off his teammate, and then Curtis is going to backhand in front. Oh, Ghost! If he could have got that on his stick, that was a certain goal. Good feed there by Curtis. Thrown towards the net. That got through everyone. That was Jorgensen from the point. Curtis can't quite get a handle on it. He tries to carry it down to himself, and he's going to have to chase after that puck. There's a lot of skating early on for the Bandits, and they'll welcome that. The Voodoo perhaps less so. And now Taylor for the Voodoo behind the net is going to clear it out, but it comes to Jorgensen. He's got a clear avenue for a shot, but he can't get the shot off as Rogers pesters him and lifts the stick at the last moment. And it goes well wide. And the Bandits are playing defensively here. Jorgensen is well back. McFarland is coming with pace, and he has to double back as it gets caught up a bit. Voodoo don't want to touch it. I think they think it's offside, but it is not offside, and it's going to come out anyway. Oh, the Voodoo cannot collect it though, so Ghost hustles. This is a foot race here, and some determination there from Taylor, but the puck comes loose. And who is that? A shot from just above the circles. That was the Bandits again.
Is that Curtis with the shot? Yeah, it was Curtis with the shot.
Curtis with.
Or was that Guy? It was Guy.
That was Guy there with a shot just between the circles in a dangerous
Keener.
position.
I'm sorry, it's Keener.
One of the two, we'll say, one of the three. And now we will have an offsides, another stoppage in play. What started off with some end-to-end hockey and some really clean plays has turned into a bit more of a defensive struggle here for the Bandits.
Yeah, it takes a while for teams to get their mojo going and all that, but actually that was the most sustained pressure I've seen from the Bandits the entire game so far. They were cycling the puck well and got plenty of opportunities, just couldn't bury it, getting one past Fraken.
And so we'll take this moment to thank another one of our supporters, and we'd like to thank So Cherry. Whether you're looking for a new custom jersey, a T-shirt, I mean a jersey for any sport, T-shirts with really whatever you want on them, 1 or 100. They do custom orders for anything you need, and they are a good supporter and the official outfitter of D-League Radio. So check them out on Facebook, check them out at socherry.com. Check them out with really half the teams in the league having their jerseys provided by them.
Exactly.
Or
Probably
approach one of the staff members in the lounge. They're all over the league, and that's So Cherry. Thank you for your support. As Jeremy Owens comes the other way on a breakaway, he gets possession of the puck. It's loose, it's loose. Oh my goodness. So he was really in a foot race there against the Bandits. I'm not sure who that was of the Bandits. It looks like Jackson Foreman couldn't quite catch him, but he was just behind him. Ernst gets the shot on, saved by Robinson, and it sits in the crease behind him. And Foreman instinctively goes to almost touch it, and I think if he got anything on that, it would have gone in the net.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he missed it, or maybe decided at the last moment he didn't want anything to do with that.
We got an offsides here.
We got an intentional offsides here. So you could hear on the footage the screaming of the referee, off, off. Everyone in the arena heard that, probably in the lounge as well. So when McCombs touches it a moment later, the referee goes, well, that was definitely intentional. And they're just talking about it here.
Yeah,
no
and that's the
bad
thing.
blood
When
there.
you're a player, you want the refs to be loud so that it leaves no doubt. So
You want a confident ref, and that was the confident call we just had. It just so happens it's going to be an intentional offside all the way down. And Hannes, we had an intentional offsides and an intentional icing, I'll say.
He had some zip on that one, some miracle whip zip on that. So, but all right, let's do one more here. Let's talk about Eggs and Jam, located 1907 EP True Parkway in West Des Moines. Breakfast and brunch restaurant that has taken Des Moines by storm. They're open until 3 p.m. in the afternoon, Wednesday through Sunday, over in West Des Moines.
And so the puck is currently in the Voodoo zone. The Bandits with some pressure here, and they're going to have it behind the net. They've been spending a fair bit of time behind the net. They try to feed it in front, but there are 3 Voodoo there and no Bandits, so the Bandits are going to have to get back as the Voodoo go the other way. And a good defensive poke there by Hoffman. He's been all over the place, creating some offensive pressure early in the game. Dangerous D partner to D partner pass there by Curran, and that's going to be cut off, and McFarland's going to come the other way. It's a 2-on-2, and he throws that one wide, does McFarland, and that is the buzzer. Whew. Almost didn't get a chance to look at the time throughout the duration of that period, as there was a lot of hockey back and forth, a lot of shots on goals, and a lot of opportunities there, JT.
There was. That was a fun game. Two teams have combined for 4 wins so far, but, man, that was a lot of back and forth action. We were concerned that the Voodoo wouldn't have enough skaters with the 9 players, that they wouldn't be able to skate hard, but they've been skating their tails off this game.
And we don't really know what they're talking about at the break here, but we should add that Kevin Coburn able to make it to coach, being filled in by John Reichhardt at the Voodoo bench. And then who do we have over at the other one? Steve DeLude and Kevin Conway talking to the Bandits and probably just saying what we've been talking about. You can run them down. They've got a short bench, but you can't take them for granted. You can't assume just because they have a short bench, they're not going to go for that loose puck. And at times, it's really just been, honestly, a lot of their quick players. Jeremy Ernst comes to mind immediately, just going with pace and just bursting through that offensive pressure that the Bandits have set up. They're doing a good job of setting up that zone, but then when it comes the other way, they have to get back. They have to fall back a bit quicker. That's where they're getting burned. That's really where the 2 goals have come from. And let's see how they're going to reset at the end of this period. Yeah,
it should be interesting to see how they start in the second. Seems like the Bandits there started to figure out a little bit later in the second part of the first period there. Maybe take some of that momentum, keep going. But, yeah, 2-0 right now, and Voodoo are just looking real good.
And Jeremy Ernst with that first goal, 5 minutes and 56 seconds into the period with pretty much a breakaway. And then Nick Harness with a 3-on-1 where he elected to look the other way instead of passing and decides to just sink it 5-hole instead. That was at 11-12. And then no scoring for the last 9 minutes, but lots of opportunities for both teams. We should give credit to Craig Fraken where that is due, as much as I hate to do so. Oh. He's had a few good saves, a few good pokes away, and he's really been the goaltender. He's been the master of that crease there. Yep.
At least a sour taste in your mouth, but you got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, I'm throwing up under the desk here, but we'll keep on keeping on. Face-off, teams change ends. Bit of back and forth to start, but Jorgensen's going to get possession immediately, and he's going to go forward and feed Busby. Busby comes up the left wing with pace, but he cannot collect the puck. And then McCombs with a little poke here, and if he can collect the puck and cut in, he's going to have a good opportunity to shoot on net. He does, throws it on net, but that goes straight into Robinson's chest, and he freezes the puck and looks up at the ref and goes, am I allowed to freeze it if there's no one around me? I'm not sure how the rules work. And
yeah, a little delayed whistle, but that's okay.
The ref says, yeah, you can freeze it. You can have that face-off. And we've been seeing a lot of face-offs to Robinson's left or right, and we'll see another one just now. We're in the Bandits' defensive zone. The Voodoo set up with that short bench and want to push that lead. The Bandits trying to get one going the other way. Players get tied up at the face-off. Battle along the boards, and McCombs is going to get possession. He pushes along the boards to himself, and instead that comes out to Ernst. But that's going to come back. Hits McCombs, and it's right in front, and now it's behind the net. Ernst throws it in front. It goes through about 3 sticks, including 2 Voodoo sticks, and instead that's going to be cleared out. And a backhand ice there by the Bandits. So I'm not sure what they talked about at the break. That was Jordan Guy with the defensive play there as they were under pressure, but the team that wants to be icing it, if anything, are the Voodoo right now.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
The Bandits with that ice, the Voodoo are just sitting pretty here as it comes all the way down the other end.
And Fraken's going to make a change in goal sticks here, apparently. But yeah, that was one of those things. He had 2 skaters that just got 2 down far. You always want to have one guy a little bit higher, a little bit higher in the slot, but that's a lot easier said than done, even in our league. So.
Oh, absolutely. In just about any league. And we're going to reset here. Fraken with the new stick. Not sure what was wrong with the other one, but we'll see how that goes. Score is 2-0 to the Voodoo. And they have pressure again. That's Harness. Oh, he just throws that on net. Blocker save by Robinson. And not just a blocker save, but a blocker save where the rebound comes down right in front of him so he can cover straight away. And he kind of waves out to Harness at the point. He says, yeah, nice shot, nice try, buddy.
He set the whole time. That wasn't a bad shot. He had a lot of people in the way. You're hoping the goalie screened, and somehow that shot got straight through, but right at the goalie.
Oh, and it's going to come out to Harness again, but this time he can't collect it, so there'll be no icing, and there's going to be a foot race. And the Bandits are going to actually win it, but Fraken is going to come behind the net, play it in the zone where an NHL goalie could not play it, but we're not NHL goalies, so that's okay. Steps outside the trapezoid and feeds McFarland, his teammate for the Voodoo.
Don't tell Fraken that. He might crush his dreams.
And so now Nick Harness of the Voodoo playing defense, but he's going to bring it all the way into the zone and throw it towards the net, and then Jargerson is going to deflect that wide. So Jargerson of the Bandit has it behind his own net. Oh, and a good little reversal there, but Busby wasn't ready for it. That's how good a reversal it was. So it's going to come to Harness at the other point. This time's the right point, and he's going to push it in. Voodoo all in front of the net, shot on goal, and that was a sharp shot there by the Voodoo. Sharp angle, sharp shot, sharp save there by Robinson.
Robinson was perfectly positioned to make the save on that one. We got a little bit of time. Let's talk again about D-League Radio, brought to you by Red Dragon Herbs. Their custom tea blends smell and taste delicious from apple mint, autumn cranberry, Turkish apple, and many other flavors. They're now served at 1884 Coffee Company Bondurant and also at Timber Ridge Country Market in Osceola. RedDragonHerbs.net.
And when you look outside the window and you wake up on a Sunday morning and the snow is falling,
yeah, that was
it could
fun.
be nice to prepare some tea. So maybe have that prepared for next weekend. As this is iced all the way down, but it's on net. And Fraken with the little stare down of Ghost. He goes left, he goes right, and then he goes the opposite way to Ghost. Ghost almost collects that, though. Little battle with Hunter Lee, and Ghost wins that, gets it behind the net, but Harness is there for the Voodoo. And he's going to try and dump it out in a good bouncing puck. There's going to be no icing. And another foot race. Nate McComb's really a man on a mission today. He's chasing down those loose pucks. He's the primary forechecker for the Voodoo whenever he's on the ice. And that's going to come out to Jeremy Ernst, but he cannot get possession and get stuck in his skates. And now Harness is going to calmly get the dump out from the Bandits. And the Bandits are under siege here. When they have it in a defensive zone, the Voodoo, for a team with a short bench, are just pressuring them like anything. And that's going to come all the way down. It's not going to be frozen. Oh, it is going to be frozen by Craig Fraken as Ghost comes up to him again. Previously, we had he goes left, right, left, and then feeds it out. This time, Fraken decides to freeze it. Doesn't want to push his luck twice.
Ghost and Fraken are good buddies. I'd say they're a little chirping there, but I know as someone who's played against Fraken, if there's one goalie you want to score against, he's pretty high on that list.
That's absolutely true. I mean, that's true of just about everyone in the league, let alone if you're a friend.
Yeah, and if you lose your stick, he'll throw it back at you. And yeah.
Oh, and Ghost wins it, throws it towards the net, but that time it's a blocker save by Fraken, and it ends up, we lose sight of this one. I think it ends up between him and the post, perhaps covered with the blocker, and we're going to have another face-off to Fraken's right. It's in the Voodoo defensive zone here.
Late change here by the Bandits.
Bandits come out quickly to their credit, though, and we're going to have the puck drop. Back and forth at the face-off dot. Won by the Bandits, though, out to the point. Looks up, shot on net. It goes through about four people. Not sure if it was a screen or if no one wanted it. That went all the way through, and then it was a save. And now we're going the other way. Oh, and we got one of those. Couldn't quite collect it. And there you go. You get possession of the puck, but you get possession of it just after you cross the blue line. And that's going to be an offside.
That was a great play by the Bandits there. They won it. What everyone needs to do this morning in the league is if you win it, get it back to your defenseman. He got a good shot, a rebound, and it looked like Nick Reynolds was right there, but just went past the stick a little bit. Otherwise, he had a wide open net to shoot at.
So face-off just outside the Bandits zone. It's won by the Voodoo. It comes back to Hunter Lee, who throws it in on net. Robinson pokes it to the side, and now Jargerson is going to have it behind his defensive zone. He looks up. And with a bit of poise here, he's going to skate all the way to the blue line. And he sees he's got space up the left side and teammates as well, so he brings it all the way up there. He comes in, top of the circles, throw on net. Fraken leads out, and then there's a rebound. Stick loose in the crease as well. Let's see if that plays some havoc, and that's cleared out by Mike Taylor.
Taylor's out of stick.
And here we go, McFarlane with a huge breakaway. He's being crowded by two. I don't know if he's being chased. Throws it on net. Save. Loose. It's still loose. It's right in front of the net. Save there by Robinson. He dives back, being helped out by a teammate, and gets the glove on it.
That's a heck of a play. You had, I think it was Mike Taylor did, what's the word, fingers. Lost his fingers on the stick, paylaid it out, kicked it out to his teammate for a breakaway. You don't see that very often, but that was pretty exciting.
And the ref's talking to Mike Taylor right now, and I like to think he's saying, hey, man, don't let that happen. That's not a good idea. But I'm sure they're talking about some rules or interpretations of the rules, just some friendly guidance. But we're going to have the face-off again to Tanner Robinson's right. Voodoo are on the press here. Bandits defensive zone, and that puck's in a dangerous spot. Shot by McCombs again. He's having a great game. And that goes just wide of the post. And McCombs has it again. He looks for a teammate in front. Almost feeds Harpian in front. That was a good play there by the Voodoo. The Bandits going to go the other way with a bit of pace, but they're going to be cut off and neutralized by, you guessed it, Jeremy Ernst. He was the first one back to the puck. McCombs is going to bring it up the right side. Big poke there by Hoffman. And now we got a 3-on-1 the other way if they hurry. The Bandits have all the pace here. That's Nick Reynolds on the left side. He's got Farron on the right.
Oh, no.
Oh, and he's poked clear. That's Nick Harness poked it away from Reynolds. Reynolds couldn't get the pass off, and now Hoffman's got it down near the Zamboni doors. He's behind his net. There's 2 Bandits behind the net. He's being pressured by Harness. Harness pokes again. Hoffman's got it. And it's in the skates. Oh, it's thrown towards the net, and that's going to be cleared by Ernst off the boards. Hippen can't keep it in. And now it's going to come out to center ice. That was a good opportunity there by the Bandits, but that was cut off primarily by Nick Harness of the Voodoo. Voodoo are going the other way here. Oh, I don't know if that's a trip. No call.
No, I think he just lost his skate there.
It looked that way. The refs looked at one another and, yeah, lost the skate. Oh, shot on net. Big shot there by Harness, and that one goes wide with some velocity and some height on it as well. Now Hoffman's going to come up the right wing this time. He's being pressured by Hunterly, and now McCombs. Good pass across. Reynolds cannot collect it. What a pass by Hoffman, just to the most dangerous place. 2 teammates on the other side, right in the slot. Now Robinson is going to come skate out and play it, and McFarlane's going to collect it for the Voodoo. McFarlane's going to look up, see if he's got a teammate. Instead, he throws it on net. Saved there by Robinson. He was welcome to that challenge. He had the post all covered right in front. McCombs tries to get the backhand deflection. That was fed by McFarlane, and he can't get it on the net. Good look, though. Another shot on net.
Jeez.
Off the side, and that was Nick Harness again. He's zoning in now. He's going to have another opportunity shot on net. Save this time, and a great save there by Tanner Robinson through traffic and then ice.
Hannes has one of the hardest shots in this league for novice or intermediate. I mean, he just gets so much zip on that. It was deflected all the way back to the blue line. I mean, you don't see that very often. I mean, I like watching that kid play.
Well, and credit to Robinson, because Harness has been throwing the shots up in the air, trying to kind of pick the corners. This time it's right along the ice. And Robinson could have been caught cheating, standing up. Instead, he's down immediately, and that's why the rebound goes all the way out. The Voodoo almost get possession and almost a shot on goal, but they can't kick that one. That was Jennifer Wubbin, couldn't collect it and escape. But now the Voodoo are going to come in front, deflected aside by Becky Curran of the Bandits. That's Wubbin again, throws it towards the net, and it's going to bounce all the way out, and now it's Nick Harness. Bandits are coming, but it's a 1-on-3. Now a 2-on-3. Shot on net, tries to catch Craig Fraken, and he has to kind of skirt back into his goal a bit. That was about half a foot from being on the line.
Yeah, Fraken's got lucky a couple of times here, but he's still kept the puck out. There was one a little bit earlier. He just kind of nonchalantly gloved it and threw it down, and there was a guy bearing down on him. But hey, it's nothing past him yet so far.
Yeah, and the score stands halfway through the game and halfway through the second period, 2-0 to the Voodoo. Face off to Fraken's left and kind of hammers around the board for a bit. There's a few players poking for it, including Becky Curran and Jen Wubbin of the opposing teams. And now, with a bit of pace, Jeremy Ernst tries to get it off the boards. He can't quite get the angle right, though, so he's going to be corralled by 3 Bandits. Instead, he just throws it towards the net. That one goes wide. It bounces back around, though. Now, Wubbin's going to try and pressure it and keep it in. And Busby is going to go the other way, but Hunter Lee is going to poke, pinch, and then poke again. And he's trying to pressure up the Bandits along that wing. Some back and forth here. We're moving a bit laterally, and Curtis is going to have it for the Bandits. He tries to get the backhand on net, but there are 4 Voodoo just surrounding Fraken, and they cannot get it out though. And now they do. Oh, and it's going to be a 2-on-1 if they've got a bit of pace. Here's the Voodoo going the other way. Good little feed across. Oh, and they're right in front. Shot on net. Pad save. Kind of takes a knee, does Tanner Robinson, but he gets the save nonetheless as they tried to get it around him. Good save there by Robinson. And that is going to be surely no icing. An opportunity to play there by Taylor. And so now it's right in front. Fraken almost falls over, and he's almost pressured there by the Bandits. That was Jackson Foreman trying to forecheck really quickly. And he has to get back on side, and he does. Now we've got Reynolds. He gets a breakaway somehow amongst all of that. Save by Fraken. Puck is loose. Shot by Busby, and now it's behind the net. Another save by Fraken. That was 2 saves in a row, and the bench is very appreciative. And now the Voodoo going the other way if they can keep their feeding. Shot on net, shot wide, but right in front, that was McFarland, and cut off eventually by the Bandits. That's Larry Happen with a good defensive play. Backhand shot from in front of the net. That's a Voodoo again. Geez, they're pressing here. That was Rogers who couldn't quite get it on net.
Hipping a couple great plays right there.
And now Harness, this time with the almost slap shot. That's out of play.
You don't see a whole lot of slap shots in here because you really can't go above the knee.
Yeah.
Or is it knee or waist? I don't know. I don't have a slap shot, so I don't.
Waist I'm
okay.
hearing, yep. And that one was right at the waist.
Yeah,
so not quite a slap shot, but it had a lot on it.
And Hannes giving her, that's not Hannes, who is that, number 24? That's, Farron giving a little bit of love there to the goalie on a nice save.
And that was I think it was a glove save that went off the glove and went high into the glass around the lounge. It's a good save and a good shot all around.
Once again, plenty of whip on that stick.
They're going to need to start covering the points, the Bandits. Otherwise, Hannes is just going to shoot all day. And one's going to go in eventually. Oh, a shot from the other point. This time, Taylor, that one almost goes the way through and comes off the side of the net instead. The Voodoo, this time it's Ernst who's going to try and dump it back in. And now, with a bit more time, Jorgensen looks to reverse it, but stumbles. And now they're going to be corralled, and Ghost is going to be in charge of getting that one out. And he doesn't ice it because that shot is on net. Fraken decides to leave it, even though the referee is screaming good at him. And now Harness is going to have that defensively, but he coughs it up. Ghost can't get the backhand. Harness dives in front. Harness dives and pokes, and gets 3 pokes away. Good defensive effort there after he coughed it up. And look who it is. It's Ernst going the other way. He's far left, though. He tries to cut in, brings it across to the forehand shot on net. Where is the puck? It's saved by Robinson. He got that in his glove.
That was a heck of a save, yeah. Ernst had plenty of speed, and he tried to go around him, and he just swallowed it up. Wow, that was a great sequence there.
And what a smart play by Ernst. He had it as wide as you could be on the left side, and he just cuts in almost laterally to the goal. But Robinson to throw out the glove and not only save it, but just freeze it immediately. So many face-offs to his right or left. And now the Voodoo are going to pressure again. This time they win the face-off, and it's almost in front, but that's going to be cleared out by Jorgensen. And now the Bandits are going the other way, but the Voodoo are doing a good job of getting back. And this time Hunter Lee pressures, and that's going to be offsides. That
was just a step or two offsides.
He couldn't quite get the skate back in. 5.5 minutes left in the second, and the Voodoo are still pressuring, but the Bandits are welcome to the challenge, and they're getting a few good plays the other way. But those 2 goals so early in the game, hard to come back from that.
Well, that's the thing is, once they get one in, then you can start to get in a goalie's head, and they just haven't got one in yet, and they've just been a little bit snake-bitten.
So now, face-off win by the Voodoo. They're going to bring it up the right wing, but it's eventually going to come back. Backhanded in by Ghost, and now Harness is going to have it on the left of Craig Fraken. Hard pass up, and it hits McFarland in the skate, and then softens up so there's no icing. And now Reynolds is going to try and collect it along the left side. He brings it in on his left wing for the Bandits. He's still going, but he's really pressed by Hunter Lee. Good defensive play there. Now it's behind the net. And it's still loose, and now covered by Fraken. It's still, it's loose. Right in front of the net. We can't see what's going on from this angle, but the Bandits are pressuring. Thrown towards the net, goes off a stick and goes right up in the air. And now the Bandits have it near the Zamboni door. Everyone is right in front of that net. Shot on goal by Ghost, but steered aside by Craig Fraken. And now Ghost has it to Fraken's left, throws it on the net. It's loose in front, still loose. Where is this puck? The Bandits still have possession amongst all of this. A good little play there. And the Voodoo are looking to go the other way. The Bandits still have it in now. They're right between the hash marks, and there are about 6 skaters in that short space. And finally, they're going to take it away. That's Patrick McFarland, but he's surrounded by 3 Bandits. He still gets the shot away. Glove save by Tanner Robinson. Tanner Robinson is all warmed up now. We're not going to be getting any soft ones past him.
Yeah, that was the easiest save he'll probably see all game. Just right at him, right at his midsection, and just held on to it with the glove hand.
And I apologize for the lack of commentary for the moment, but we were blinded by about 10 players just surrounding the puck, and we could only really see there were a few shots on goal and a few saves by Fraken. Yeah. That was the Bandits with that sustained pressure, though, and let's see if they can do that again. Make up some of that deficit. They do get the face-off win, but they're all the way back down in their zone. They try and throw it up the boards, but there are 3 Voodoo all along the boards trying to correct that. Robinson keeps it behind, and it's fed right in front, and it goes between 2 Voodoo. And now Reynolds is going to try and get it around Taylor, but he's going to have to get around Hunter Lee as well, and he does. He's side by side with Lee. Lee tries to poke, and he does pester Reynolds. Reaches around him. No penalty given away, though, and Reynolds has it behind the net this time near the Zamboni doors. He looks for the point to pass, and he has no one to pass it to, so he's going to double back and then bounce it around behind the net. But there are going to be 3 Voodoo that beat any of the Bandits to that puck, and the Voodoo are going to come right the other way. And it's Ernst with pace Rather than passing, he's just bouncing it along the boards to himself, and this time the bounce comes out to McCombs. Jorgensen behind the net for the Bandits is going to rim it around, and that was a good play because he's got 2 Bandits if they hurry. Oh, and too much on that pass, but that's frisbeeing, and it will be icing.
Yeah, that's a good call on the ice. He thought Reynolds was going to stay along the boards and unfortunately cut back over, and then that's an icing. That's unfortunate, but it happens from time to time.
So, as it stands, no goals for this period. No goals really for about 20 minutes of ice time after those first 2 during the first 11 minutes.
Been plenty of chances, though. Just nobody's been able to bury anything.
And both goalies stepping up when they need to, making a good few saves. But the Voodoo are going to win the face-off, and it's going to be a point shot from Harness. No, instead he passes it across to McCombs, and McCombs is going to have it at a sharp angle. Throws it across. There are 2 Voodoo and 2 Bandit in front, and they hack away, and it's going to come out eventually to the Bandits. And they're going to clear out their blue line, try to get around Harness, but Ernst is back checking. Oh, and they do get around. Oh, but they cannot quite collect it up the left wing, and now Hoffman throws the backhand towards the net. It's loose! It's loose!
It's still loose.
Backhand with nothing on it towards the net. Fraken could not control the rebound and then jammed in. Oh, another shot on goal. The puck is still loose. The Bandits have had perhaps their 2 best chances of the game within 20 seconds of one another. They're going to have another shot on the net. That one goes far across, trying to make Fraken move. The Bandits are going to have it to Fraken's left. They look around for the pass. Pass point out to Hoffman. Hoffman's pass is cut off by Harness, and Harness is going to clear it out. And now, oh no. Oh, what a play there by Jorgensen. He dives as he knew he was beat by 2 players on the breakaway and just slashes it into the offensive zone.
Desperation move.
1 minute left in the second period. I don't know how the puck did not go in for the Bandits there. They sure did have their chances, and maybe that short bench is catching up with them. This time the captain, Tommy Hoffman, is going to bring it to the top of the circles. He can't get a shot off as Nick Harness pesters him and takes away that shot option, and they're standing side by side in front of the net. And then the Voodoo are going to clear it out, and now we've got a bit of a foot race. Rogers for the Voodoo. Left side, top of the circle, looks up, sees his teammate and throws it wide. Does not hit McFarland in front. Jorgensen seeing a lot of the puck playing defense for the Bandits. All of the Bandits defensemen are. He gets it out to center ice. Hunt. Oh, that's Harness. Hits Rogers again. Shot on net. Big rebound. Rogers is going to have his own rebound. Another shot. It's loose. Poked away by Robinson, but he's way out of his crease. Rogers tries to feed him. 20 seconds left in the period. Here come the Voodoo, and now Nick Reynolds is going to have to beat 2 of the best defensemen for the Voodoo, and he somehow does a foot race around Lee and Harness, but Lee eventually is going to get back to it. That was a steep challenge. 2 defensemen he had to split. 8 seconds left. Let's see if there will be any score to end the period. Kind of jammed up along the boards, 3, 2, and 1. Unlikely for anything to happen. No penalty called, but someone adjusting their helmet. Not sure what happened
Lubin and Curtis got in a little bit. I don't think there's anything sinister there. Get a little tap from each guy afterwards.
I don't know. Jen Wilburn. hard to say.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have executive producer Rich Harms saying, look, he saw at least a trip, maybe a slash. All right, so a scoreless period amongst all of that. 2-0 to the Voodoo, but it must be said that the Bandits have had their chances, and they've really dried up those free-flowing breakaways that the Voodoo seem to have infinite supply of in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, I just got breaking news. There's going to be a potluck next week during all their games, so that'll be up in the lounge, which is a good place to hang out. So I know Rich, my goalie, Rich Pettico, will probably be making his famous dip and salsa, and yeah, it should be fun. I might try to make something.
Yeah, I mean, apparently that's what you're meant to do to a potluck. You're not meant to just show up and eat all the food. Also, I'm told.
You're not? Oh.
No.
I've had that wrong.
So a potluck, is that next week on the 17th?
Next week. Yep, next week. So, but yeah, once again, that's good. The second period was just as exciting as the first. As many scoring chances. Nobody's been able to bury anything. But man, the Bandits could have 2 or 3 goals right now. But Fraken has been up to task, and also the defense. The defense of the Voodoo has played really well at tying up sticks and all that. And got to always help your goalie out.
And so for those of you with perhaps not knowing every player in the league, which is fair enough, Tanner Robinson is a very strong skater, the captain of the Benders, one of the league goal scorers, and a strong center, two-way center that really gets out there every weekend and gives it his all. And he doesn't play goalie in any leagues.
No.
He evidently has the goalie gear, and he's perhaps interested in it. And he's had a few really important saves early on in this game.
I know he's been doing some scrimmages I've seen, so it's nice to see him playing well, and he's looked pretty confident out there. So both him and his brother Chase are pretty darn good little skaters. So
That's absolutely right. And he almost had to face a shot there as the face-off was kind of pushed forward. Ooh. And what do we have here?
icing?
Interference.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not sure, but the puck was blown dead before it crossed the line.
That was kind of like the NHL. Maybe they just got caught up in it. I think it was the NHL, hybrid icing. But yeah, Oh well, it's icing regardless. It's still icing anyway. It just whistle was a little bit premature.
Yeah, and so there's nothing wrong with that. It's a fair call. I was just looking to see if there was a penalty as well.
Yeah.
And we have the puck drop. Jeremy Ernst.
That looks like an unfair drop. We're going to redo
for
it.
the Voodoo. Yeah, good call. Oh, so it was won by the Bandits and then backhanded out of danger by one of their wingers, and it almost went in towards the net. Robinson perhaps wasn't ready for a shot on goal from his own teammate, but as it stands, it went wide of the net, so no harm, no foul. The Voodoo were going to try and reset, but we're going to have Busby, who's going to come up the left wing. He's going to try and feed his teammate in Keena. And he does get it, and he's got along the backhand. He's on a very tight angle. He tries to feed it across to a teammate. It goes off Mike Taylor, and it deflects wide. Now the Bandits have it behind the net. Fraken is kind of peering around, going from side to side. They're making him work a bit. Good pass out to the point. Here comes Foreman. Does he have a shot on goal? Throws it towards the net. That's going to be cut off by Mike Taylor. Now the Bandits are going to have it again. Try to feed it across the pass. Oh, and almost deflected in by Ernst. He came to cut across the pass and almost created a bit of trouble there for his goalie. The Voodoo with some defensive challenges here. And we're going to have to reset for an offsides. Oh, and as a commentator, I'm perhaps getting a bit too tunnel visioned here, and I'm watching the puck, and I'm going, why is that offsides? Well, one of the Bandits didn't know it was offside. Yeah,
he was still down. He was still down in his own circle, just looking around, but yeah.
He's sitting way deep. He's going, this is great. I'd love to get a pass.
And it was just barely out by a couple inches there, so, but it happens. So
yeah, nothing intentional.
Man, the Voodoo aren't slowing down at all.
No, and 9 players. It looked like 8 to me at first. 9 isn't a curse. It's something you can make work. But as it stands, they have that 2-goal lead, and they can really start, playing maybe the center plays the third defenseman back if they do start getting tired later on.
Yeah.
So the Bandits are going to want to pressure, and they're going to want to press soon. Oh, and it's going to be cut off by the Voodoo and then somehow cleared out, but it's going to come out to between the points for the Voodoo, and they cannot throw it on the net. That was one, and he couldn't quite collect it. Now we got a 2-on-2 the other way. The Bandits look for the backhand feed across, but Nick Harness is there to tie up the stick of Curtis. That was a dangerous pass if Curtis could get anything on it, but Harness was welcome to the challenge. Now it's behind the net. We're going to have Hunter Lee. He's going to throw that wrister out, but it bounces awkwardly off the boards. Nick Reynolds throws it on net, and that one is blocked by McFarland, who backhands it up the boards for the Voodoo. But Reynolds is going to collect it again. It looks like it's in his skates. And then Hunter Lee is going to ice it all the way down. No, it's good. The puck must have sat up, and it hasn't crossed the line. And evidently it has not as Foreman collects it. He looks for his teammate, and McFarland almost crosses that, and that's going to be icing. Offsides rather, so a delayed offsides. And now Ghost has some time to look up, and he does look up. He hits Reynolds, his teammate, up the left wing, and Reynolds is going to try and bring it in. He does cut in. Now there's 3 of them in that zone if they can get it. He gets through Harness, and Reynolds doesn't get the shot off. He puck handles into a dangerous position, but doesn't get that shot off. The Bandits are still in that dangerous position. A backhand, a rebound, a shot. Is that in the net? That is in the net. The Bandits get their first goal. Was that Ghost?
That was Ghost.
What an effort by him.
The most improved player last year in the novice league. He's shown it once again, man. I mean, that guy, his skating's improved. And Ghost is good at positioning himself and putting in the right place at the right time to get a goal like that. So good on Ghost.
It should read assists by Sean Curtis with the first shot. Rebound comes out to Nick Reynolds. He gets a backhand shot on that doesn't quite go in. And then Ghost just sits there, and he doesn't have a lot of net to work with, but he has enough to sink it through.
That's one of those things. You just got a quick shot. You can't really aim. You just got to get it off before the goalie can make a move. And I'm sure there will be no chirping after that one with Fraken.
Oh, absolutely. And, geez, 2-1, it's just a completely different game now. It changes the complexion of it entirely as the Bandits are going to go the other way. And this is Ghost, Keena, and their right winger on the other side. So there's 3 of them coming in.
Whoops.
But Keena trips over the puck. And now Jeremy Ernst with pace again. Every time he gets the puck, he's looking to carry it. And he pushes it far too in front of him. Good play there by Becky Curran. Didn't crack under the pressure. And she's going to come back as well. That's Yargis and her defensive partner who's going to bounce it out. And now the Bandits are going to go the other way. That's Andrew Ferrin. Oh, and he's going to get it in front. He's going to have an opportunity here to throw it on net. He's still getting it forward, but he's tied up by Ernst. Good body-on-body play. Nothing wrong with that. And that was all Ernst just putting that last-minute pressure on his Ferrin. Somehow got it almost into the blue paint. And now Ernst looks to go the other way. Nate McCombs can't quite collect it, though. Defensive pressure. Oh, but that's going to be pushed forward by the Voodoo. It's Don Papian with a really important keep there at the blue line. That's going to be loose. McCombs wants the shot. That's Papian again that it bounces out to. And then eventually it's going to come to Ferrin of the Bandits. Harness and Mike Taylor are back defensively, and Harness ends up getting that puck and backhanding it into the zone. And geez, the Voodoo are under a bit of fire, but the Bandits are caking some the other way as well. Just lots of play in the neutral zone that could result in some significant chances if anyone can get a clean entry.
Most play we've seen in the neutral zone all game.
I almost forgot what the word for the middle third of the ice was because I haven't had to say it all day. It's just been free-flowing for the most part, but this time, no. And so 2 defensive players there for the Voodoo are going to try and pass it forward. We are playing a bit of puck in that neutral zone again. 11 minutes and 43 seconds left in the third period. Nick Harness is going to try and feed the pass rather than have the shot from the point, but that's cut off by the captain, Toby Hoffman.
The resident Wookiee.
If I could do a Wookiee noise,
I
would
tried
do one
to,
right
but
now.
it'd be really, really bad.
Yeah, let's not. I'll defer to Rich for that one later on. As we do get a shot across there by the Bandits. Now Hoffman's going to have it, and he tries to feed it to the top right corner, and he doesn't get quite enough on it. And that's a glove save by Craig Fraken. It went right into the breadbasket.
I think he was looking for a rebound there. He had two or three guys right down underneath the crease looking for an easy rebound. That's one of the shots called pass off the pads, as they call it. Unfortunately for Hoffman, Fraken was up to the task.
So the Bandits out here searching for their second win of the season, and they got to be hungry for it at this stage. But the Voodoo looking for more of a moral victory than anything if they can get this win with such a short bench and missing a few key players as well.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, shot, rebound off 2 skates, and that goes just wide of Craig Fraken. That could have been dangerous for the Bandits. And now Nick Reynolds is going to feed it across. Oh, and he's tied up. Shot on net. There are 5 players right in front of the net. Just everyone is really forming a roadblock here by Craig Fraken. And the Voodoo eventually might be able to get it out, but it's kept by Tommy Hoffman at the point, and he tries to backhand it in.
And he does.
He keeps it. What a keep there by Hoffman.
Hoffman's been all over the place today. You've got Ernst on for the Voodoo, and you have Hoffman for the Bandits just going everywhere right now.
Puck is loose right in front. Shot. Was that Nick Reynolds? He got some lift on it as well, and that was another save by Craig Frakeman. And Hoffman was just waiting on the other side, trying to see if he could get anything resembling a rebound, and nothing doing.
Bandits trying to take control here in the last 10 minutes, and they're really taking over this third period and have plenty of scoring chance. They get another one here, and we'll have a tie game, and then it's, as they say, 0-0 after that.
Oh, and it's really heating up. Oh, and here we go. And he's off to the races. It's going to be Ernst up the left wing. He's going to try and cut in again. He does get possession, and that's Hoffman all the way back. What a play there. Applaud your captain there, team. He back-checked all the way from the other end of the ice to make sure Ernst couldn't get anything doing on that breakaway.
That and Foreman back-checked really well, too. Was positioned perfectly to force Ernst to try to make a move. So good play by him, too. Foreman's pinched in a couple times really nicely tonight, too.
Okay, so Ernst is going to get his own rebound off the boards, and now he's going to bring it in that left side again. Throws it on net. That goes wide. Robinson was way out of his crease trying to shut down the angles, and now the Bandits are going to come the other way. They got a 2-on-2. Hunterlee one side, Nick Harness the other as defenseman, as Reynolds is going to bring it in the left side. He's going to try and cut it into the backhand. Shot!
Score!
Goal! What a goal by Reynolds!
Beautiful
oh my.
backhand.
I read the defensemen's names out as they were positioned brilliantly to cut off those high-risk passes or cut-ins, and Reynolds just goes all the way down pretty much to the goal line and cuts in at that last moment and lifts up that backhand. That's
a really difficult thing to do, cutting like that at a 90-degree angle and then getting a shot off when it's just such a difficult angle, but you're that close to moving that kind of speed. It also makes it difficult for Fraken to make the save too, but man. And then we got a 2-2 game here, and you know what else we have? We have one of those goals that you love to watch on video. So,
yep. Hi, Nick Reynolds. I know you're watching this later on. 2-2, 8 minutes left. And we've got a real D-League radio barn burner here.
Here we go, Busby going the other way.
Busby, and the Bandits have got some sustained pressure for the first time, and as I say that, Hunterlee cuts it off, and we've got a 2-on-2. McCombs and Lee, they're up against Yargerson and Current. Oh my goodness, that was Hunter Lee with a big, big shot that went wide and almost deflected in off the Bandits defenseman into the net. As it stands, it went wide, and the Voodoo are going to dump it back in again. 2-2, 8 minutes left. Huge credit to the Bandits to fight back. A 2-goal deficit, I mean, that's nothing easy, particularly going into the third, but here we go, we have a tie game. The Voodoo are going to want to remedy that and see if they can get another goal. Oh, whoa. No, and that would have been an offside, so that wouldn't have been, as far as I know, a goal, as that was a delayed offsides as the shot went on net. But it looked very dangerous as it was deflected by about 2 defensemen.
Yeah, you don't want to do that in front of your own goal. You do that, you might get a little bit in chop and back of your ankles. You do that too many times, but no worse for the wear. Okay, so 7 minutes by the time this puck drops 2-2 to the right of Tanner Robinson, and he looks as blasé as ever. A goalie, I don't know how many games he's subbed in, but he's been looking great. He's made some real pivotal saves. Yeah, and I mean, that's a kid, maybe he'll be a goalie next year in novice. I mean, the kid's young enough, he's got the energy, could play 2 games. I certainly don't, but... Oh! Yeah, the face-off win there by the Voodoo. It went out to the point in Mark Taylor, and he tries to put it on, and he couldn't quite get it in. And instead, we're going to have Busby, who's trying to press a Taylor again, and it's going to come out to McCombs. McCombs brings it across to his forehand, and now he's all alone. Backhand shot. Oh, what a goal by McCombs! All alone, I say, as there's 4 Bandits around him, but no Voodoo for him to pass it to. And all he really had was that backhand shot, but he got more than a bit on that. Shot all along the ice, but it just caught him by surprise. That's where you want to go right now. With a goalie that's not experienced, you always kind of want to shoot it low because it's harder for them to move side to side. But, man, that was a nice goal there, too. 3-2 to the Voodoo with 6 minutes left. And we can go on record. How many times have we praised McCombs' play during this game? That goal was almost inevitable. Yeah. McCombs has been a huge offensive and defensive force this game, and he finally gets some sort of reward for his hard work as the puck comes all the way down into the Bandits zone, and they've got 5 minutes and 40 seconds to see if they can get one back on the board and bring that back to a tie and maybe get another. As it stands, they can't quite get it out of their zone. Oh, and that's going to rebound off a Voodoo player's skates, and now the Bandits are rushing the other way. 3-on-3, fast break. Backhanded across, and there was no one there. And then there's Nick Reynolds on the other side who tries to put it on goal, and instead it goes wide behind the net. Bandits again. This time at the point, they're under a bit of pressure, and the Voodoo could get a break. That puck is going to sit up right in the crease. And what a keep there is that... Oh, that was Foreman who almost kept it. It just kind of rolled up and sat in his arms for a bit. He slaps the ice with frustration, but nothing doing when you got one that bounces up on you like that. Now Hunter Lee's going to have another shot, and he ices it. Ices it with authority, too. And he looked, that wasn't an accidental ice or a missed stretch pass. That was a, we don't go to stoppage time until there's 2 minutes left. So I'm going to make sure we just don't do anything until it gets to stoppage time. Some players would say that's, that's sneaky or that's not in the spirit of the game. I'm all for it. No. If you're leading, you got a chance to ice a puck, you do it all day. Yeah. Good play there by Hunter Lee. And he's still on the ice with his captain, Nick Harness, as the defensive partner for the Voodoo. And right now we are in the Voodoo zone. The face-off is won by the Bandits. It's going to come back to the point, and then Foreman's going to put it in. That's going to come to Nick Reynolds behind the net, who's pestered by Lee. He tries to feed it in front. It bounces off some skates and goes wide, and then Reynolds is going to try and get that again. Throws it on net, but it's wide, and the Ghost cannot collect it. Hunter Lee is going to try and feed it out. It's going to come to Foreman at the point, and we will reset behind the net now. Bounces off, and then that's going to be the Voodoo. This time it's Jennifer Wabben who tries to get it up the boards. It's going to be the Bandits who throw it towards the net, steered aside by Craig Fraken. Hunter Lee has it behind the net. He's going to try and ice it down, and it's going to come out to Jackson Foreman at that left point yet again. 3 keeps in a row for him. As he puts it around, it goes behind the net again. Nick Harness in 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in this period. It's going to come all the way around to Foreman, and he can't get 4 in a row, and that was a bad one to miss. As Jeremy Ernst is coming the other way, he's all alone, throws it on net, but he throws it wide, and that was quite wide, 2 or 3 feet wide. And he had all that space to make some sort of move, and he tried to just catch Robinson before he drops. And he couldn't get it on net. Now the Bandits are going the other way. Oh, Nick Reynolds, he couldn't quite collect it. But he does block the pass that Harness was trying to ice out. And now Reynolds has it behind the net. He has it on that backhand, which he just got a goal with, but he can't get that one on net. And that's eventually going to be the Voodoo surely clearing it here. And they do, and it's Jeremy Ernst. And instead of going for the breakaway, he throws on that big rebound, but a save nonetheless by Robinson. And Jargerson is going to have a moment defensively to reset for the Bandits. Oh, and a good pass up the boards to Curtis.
Curtis on the left side, he's got Ghost rushing for the net, but Nick Hunnis is all the way back, taking no chances, and he's going to backhand it forward. It's going to come back to the defensive zone for the Bandits. This time it's Curran and Jorgensen. They're resetting. They're being pressured by McFarlane of the Voodoo. Oh, dangerous pass across. That's Nate McCombs again. He's got a shot on net. Blocked shot by Jorgensen, but it's loose in front. Another shot. That was McFarlane. Taps Robinson on the head. Oh my, that was just a dangerous attempt to get it out of the zone there by the Bandits.
Never pass it out of the middle, but that's easier said than done because sometimes you're like, oh, I got this and this. And any chance you give Robinson a forward stick when you pull the goalie?
Is that allowed?
Probably not.
Probably not. I don't know if they can cross that center line unless they're fighting, as far as I know. Shot from the point of the Voodoo, and can they finish it off here? No, backhand shot. That was McCombs again. He wanted another backhand goal, but that was saved by Robinson. Wonderful positioning.
He's really controlled the rebounds well, too. That's a tough thing even for a veteran goalie to control rebounds, but Robinson's been really up to task.
We're in stoppage time here without any stop at the moment, but there's 1 minute and 50 left, so not too much time lost there. Stoppage time means the clock will stop if there is an icing or a face-off anywhere.
And there goes Robinson.
And Robinson is pulled. 1 minute 40 left. And a few players that can shoot it. Oh, and that's a shot there by Ferrin that just goes wide, and Fraken flopped trying to cover that post. They're going to ice it all the way down. Is that going to bounce on the net? No, it is not. And stop, and the clock stops. Good work there by the timekeepers. 1 minute and 30 left, and that's a dangerous icing because now you are locked in.
Yeah, 90 seconds left. Hoffman's out there. You've got Jagerson. You got the shooters out there, so trying to get this tied up here in the last 90 seconds are the Bandits.
6 on 5. Hoffman needs to win this face-off, and it sits in front, and it's going to be saved. Oh, and it's going to be iced down again, but that's a wobbly puck. Icing.
Yeah, that's the right call there.
And wonderful. I don't know how much credit the timekeepers get due, but they just stop it again right on a dime. So that only took off 9 seconds. That whole exchange of play, the face-off win, the ice down the other end, 9 seconds. They're going to have to do that a few times, or they're going to have to try and get some possession and get it to center ice and dump it in.
Yeah, if you're in here for the Voodoo, though, you keep wasting 10 seconds every play, you're going to make this game get out of reach here pretty quickly.
And what do they do here? Oh, they try and skate it out. That was Jeremy Ernst, but he couldn't quite skate it out. 6 on 5 pressure. Let's see if the Bandits can get possession and cycle it a bit. Oh, and it's going to come out to Reynolds. Reynolds throws it on net, but there are about 10 pairs of skates between him and the goal, and that's going to be cleared out the other way. And they're saying to play it, and it is. It's going to sit right on that line. 56 seconds left. Jorgensen goes for a long stretch pass, and what a pass that was, all the way up to the captain and Tommy Hoffman, who tries to fend off McFarlane. Brings it across to the backhand, throws it in front, but there's no one there to collect it. Feeds it to Reynolds, shot on net, saved by Fraken. Right blocker or right pad, one of the two. That's going to, just miss. Just miss. What a shot there.
By much.
Who was that?
I didn't see who shot that. I was too busy watching.
Let's say it was Nick Harness or Hunter Lee. It was one of the two defensemen, I'm sure. And they missed by, less than a foot?
Yeah,
all the
6
way down
inches
the other
maybe.
end? Jeez.
Good Lord.
Rich is nodding his head, and I think he had the same facial expression we did when that didn't go in. 36.3 seconds left. That's tied up. Kerner has a shot. Oh, what a shot that was.
That's a tough save for a goalie to make it go right at their shoulder, and they got to bring their shoulder up with the glove.
Oh, my goodness.
Try to pick that corner.
The face-off win eventually came out to Keener, and he got everything on that trying to pick the top right corner, and Fraken was welcome to the challenge positionally and with the glove. And now Ernst is going to try and get a breakaway and get that empty net. And we got some back-checking here by Reynolds. Feeds it towards the net and he misses, but that's going to tie up so much time. 17 seconds left, and they're going to have to go end-to-end here, and it's going to have to be clean. And they're not moving very quick. 10 seconds left. Stretch pass down. Hits Hoffman. Hoffman brings it in. 8 seconds. This will be the last flourish for the Bandits. Throws it on net. Bounces. It's loose. Backhand shot. Blocked by Nick Harness. 1 second left behind the net. That'll be your game. Ladies and gentlemen, 3-2 to the Voodoo. And what a little break there at the end. They did everything they could, the Bandits. And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on which team you're going for, we do not have a tie game. We have a 3-2 win to the short-benched, short star-played Voodoos in a lot of ways.
Voodoos, they didn't look tired at the end. They were scrambling around in their own zone as the Bandits tried to put it home, but I didn't see guys that were tired at all. So great effort by both teams, and another exciting game here in the novice.
And I don't know who to point out first. Nate McCombs I would have been giving him a shout out even if he didn't get that goal, because he was just really locking it in and creating so many chances at the start. Tommy Hoffman for the Bandits on the other side doing a very similar role. If he got a goal at the end, it would have been very well deserved.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then both goalies, Craig Freakin did a good job of keeping them wide, and Tanner Robinson just kept it out. All of those high-risk chances, and look, when you have a sub-goalie who's not too familiar with goaltending, you need to limit the breakaways, and they had about 4 against him.
Yeah.
And he kept it to 3 goals with all those shots on net. We'll try and get some statistics for you in a moment, but what a game, JT.
Yeah, absolutely. Robinson has nothing to hang his head on. I mean, he's just going to get better and better, and that kid's a rink rat, so I know he's going to become a real good goalie if he keeps at it. And yeah, both him and his brother Chase are good guys, fun to play with, and good members of this D-League.
So I'm just trying to see, and we can find the shots on goal. The first period, 4 shots on goal and 9 to the Voodoo. And that was where they really sustained that pressure, got those 2 goals. The second period was a lot closer, 10 and 10. And we're seeing the third, 4 shots on goals for the Bandit and 1 for the Voodoo. And really, if you're graphing that, their effort or their dominance is the better word, it just goes down as the time goes on, perhaps due to that short bench. So it didn't show from up here. The intensity was still there.
No.
And maybe the Bandits just figured out their game plan a bit, limited those breakaways.
That was a heck of a game. That I don't know if it's scheduled to be game of the week, but that might end up being the game of the week this week.
That was a wonderful game. On top of that, we'll give you the goaling recaps. We had quite a few unassisted goals. So we had Jeremy Ernst with that breakaway for the Voodoo at 5 minutes and 56 seconds of the first, followed by Nick Hannes with his 3-on-1 shot-on-goal 5-hole at 11 minutes and 12. No goals in the second period, and then we had the Bandits come back. Jeff Fortner, and I'm not sure if that one was unassisted, because I think there was a lot of back and forth kind of hacking away in front of the net for his goal at 3 minutes and 56. And I know for a fact Nick Reynolds' goal was not unassisted either, as there were 2 Bandit shots that really created that opportunity for him. But then Nate McCombs at 11 minutes and 40, defeated by Mike Taylor with his backhand. And he was on a bit of a breakaway as well, Nate. I mean, take a bow, because that really sealed the game-winning goal as it stands.
Nice. Yeah, and that's something that they'll look at, and no penalties in this game, which is nice. But that's something they'll definitely look at, and the captains will get and say, hey, I think this guy got an assist, and got an assist, hopefully you'll get credit where credit's due.
So, I mean, that's such an interesting vibe where each period was different. The first period, it looked like perhaps, despite the short bench, the Voodoo were just going to run away with it. The second period was that even contest, but a 2-goal deficit, so you go, how are they going to come back from this? And then back-to-back goals for the Bandits by Jeff Fortner and Nick Reynolds brought it to the tie game, only for Nate McCombs to get that game-winning backhander along the ice. Wow. I'm almost short of breath here, particularly that first period, just back and forth, back and forth.
And we didn't say neutral. We're in the neutral zone for maybe, 30 seconds all game?
Yeah, and that was just when the player forgot to take the puck on their breakaway, right?
Exactly.
Well, I believe we've got more games. We've got at least 2 more coming at us for the rest of the day.
We've got 2 more games we're going to be covering with audio streaming, the next novice game and then an intermediate game after that. I think it's the Iowa Winds and someone.
Stampede.
Thank you.
And that'll be a good game. The Iowans and the Stampede, they both have some forwards that know how to cycle and really get those pace end-to-end as well. So that'll be a good game to watch. And I mean, why not watch the other one as well? Will they be audio or video for these?
Next one's going to be audio only, hoping the intermediate game will be video streaming as well.
Okay.
I hate to say it, I've got to pop home because I've got a power outage there that I've got to deal with.
Oh, no.
Okay.
So
well, that's
we'll see. That's kind of dependent on the video here. So
that's dependent on the video. Well, I mean, we'll bring an end to the broadcast here. We'd like to take a brief moment to thank our sponsors again. So we have the Keg Stand, the primary sponsor of D-League Radio at 3530 Westtown Parkway. You know the drill. Over 90 beers on tap, special events, special food deals, good food, good companies, good vibes. Make your way out there if you haven't before for whatever reason. And even if you were there yesterday, why not go today as well? So that's the Keg Stand, the official sponsor of the CIDL and the official home of this D-League Radio.
Yes, sir. And then, do you want me to do eggs and jam too? Or?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, eggs and jam, another good place to get some food at 1907 EP True Parkway in West Des Moines. Breakfast and brunch taken Des Moines by storm. Great atmosphere with 90s hip hop. I know actually John Cena, a professional wrestler, was there when he was in town. So they're open until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Wednesday through Sunday, run by one of our guys in this league and his wife. So yeah, great spot for some really good breakfast and an atmosphere you won't find anywhere else in Des Moines.
All right, and like you need an excuse to try some good food. Support those that support us, though, if you do need an excuse.
I might head there right now after this. So
why not? And would like to thank So Cherry as well. As I said earlier, whether you're looking for an individual item or a big order, they can help you out with anything from custom jerseys for any sport or T-shirts. They've helped out with a lot of the outfits, or they've provided a lot of the outfits for the teams around the CIDL, so just ask some of the players there, and they can help you with any budget you need. So you want that high-quality material? Absolutely. You're on a bit of a budget, they can help you out there as well. Check them out at socherry.com or on their Facebook page. And finally, Red Dragon Herbs. With the cold weather upon us and the snow as well, there's really no better weather than today to just sit at home, you know, maybe before or after your hockey game and just have some tea. And they've got so many different custom tea blends that all smell and taste delicious. They got apple mint, autumn cranberry, Turkish apple, and many other flavors to try. And they're now served at 1884 Coffee Co. in Bondurant and at the Timber Ridge Country Market in Osceola. Do we have markets on at this time of year? I'm not sure. Check out their Facebook page or check them out on reddragonherbs.net and they will help you out.
All right.
But that's all I got. This is Scott Van Dort and JT Nutt signing off. Thanks for joining us for a heck of a game. And executive producer Rich Harms. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, guys.